How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Let's Play The Guardian Legend, Episode 2. Last episode, we went ahead and we cleared through Corridor 1, and we've opened up two new areas, as you can see from the map. The flashing dots on the map represent different corridors that we can go through. So let's go ahead in. These two areas we just opened up are both set with an aquatic theme as far as the coloration goes, and most of the monsters in the corridors will follow that theme as well. So let's start exploring. So what we're going to do is, before we go into any of the corridors, we're going to explore all of the tunnels, and we're going to go through and find all of the power-ups and fight all of the sub-bosses. Here we've got the back two-way spread. It's a weapon I don't really use very much. And then that's my usual pattern when I play this game, is I go through, I get all of the non-corridor power-ups before I go in and I brave the corridors. So we got a sub-boss here. Let me go ahead and show off one of the different weapons that I probably don't use very often. This one is just a circular barrier. As you can see, I hit the button and it rotates. And it drains your chips rather rapidly, as you can see from how fast my count is going down. So we'll go ahead and wipe this guy out and turn that off right away. And that gets us the fireball. This is the weapon you will see me use most of the game, especially as we get into later corridors. You will see me use that weapon on everything. That one right there is the twin sabers. It's basically two lightsaber blades that come out of the sides instead of the front. Very useful in certain situations. So let's go ahead and continue exploring here. Let me note, just once again noting, the soundtrack for this game is just incredible. I really love the music in this game. So we'll go through, we'll follow the arrows, at least for a little while. Kill these just for some score. The reason I say for a little while is, as you will see when we, give me a sec, here we go. It just takes you around in a big circle, so following them forever would not do you very good. Get these guys out. I think it's 100,000 points where I'll earn my next health up off of score, which is always handy. Head over here. Oop, gotta be really careful now. Got stuck there, and now I'm exactly at 0 health. Oh, good, energy tank. That will top me off in just in time. So we got a corridor gate here. You'll generally see those little patterns of blocks whenever you come to a corridor. We are not going to go through to Corridor 11 yet. Head up here, and we are going to fight a sub-boss. Now, you remember the spider boss I fought earlier? This is a harder version. As you can see, you've got a blue one now. It is faster and hits harder, as it just took me down from 8 health to 2 health in one physical touch, and then one of its bullets knocked me down to 1. Fortunately, it is no real match for the fireball, and we'll grab a red lander, which will increase our chip maximum to 150. And now, with that, this section is clear as far as items and power-ups go, so other than the corridors. So we are going to exit. Head around the corner. These spiders, that right there is why you gotta kill those fast. They split, and then each individual spider that split off will split. So if you don't kill those really quickly, you can get buried very, very fast. Now, once we exit this area, we're not going to head straight into the next aqua zone. We're going to make a quick detour. Exit here. Cut through the Corridor 1 chamber. Now we're going to make a quick detour back towards where we started. Through here. what we're going to do is we're going to head back to that block of shops that we've picked up 2 items from before, and we're going to pick up 1 more. Back through the message room, and here we go. So now we can pick up the final power-up from here for 150 chips, which is once again the back 2-way shot. Now what you'll see is, well, let me go ahead and recharge my chips here first. This will top me off. Puts me back up to the full 150, but you can see that the 2-way shot now has a green border instead of a blue border. That indicates it's a level 2 weapon now. Does more damage, but takes more chips to fire. Eventually, all weapons can be upgraded to level 3, with the exception of 1, which is a kind of special use weapon, which I will use rather heavily later on in the game. So now we're going to head back to the second aqua zone. She's going to be right down here. Yep, this is the right path. And here we go. Go through the moon gate. Now this room here will become really familiar with you. I know it sounds like a save, but what that does is it actually generates you a password. And the password in this game is somewhat ridiculous at 32 characters, with uppercase, lowercase numbers, and some symbols. So we're going to go ahead and hop through here. We're going to cut right through corridor. This is corridor 12. Sneak through that. And over here, we are going to dodge the boss for the moment and get a hint for how to open corridor number 2. To open corridor 2, touch everywhere. So now we're going to fight our sub-boss. And for this one we've got a blue version of the crab monster. So we're going to go ahead, I'll show you a different weapon this time. This one is similar to the barrier. Only as you can see it goes in a circle and keeps going forward. Can be effective in the right situations, but I tend not to use it. In reality, there's maybe 3 or 4 sub-weapons that I tend to use throughout the whole game. 93,000, we're getting close to our next health pickup. Those little flower monsters you saw there can be annoying. We got another zipper here to increase our fire rate and movement speed. The flower monsters are more than capable of just glomming onto you and draining your health very quickly. Go over here, we can pick up another zipper. Wait, oh, shoot, I forgot we used some chips against the crab boss, and I don't have 150 right now. We'll have to come back. Hop up around the corner. Now, these red box are unbreakable, and they cannot be shot through. Sometimes, if you hit them just right, you can walk through them. It's a glitch. Maybe I'll try to do it a little later. We're gonna head across here. Come back. Fight this boss after all. I was thinking about skipping him just because we're only down to 5. Oh, and maybe I should have. It's a blue spider. Crap. One touch and we're already down to no health. This could be bad. Gonna have to be excessively careful here. Oop, good. Okay, getting cornered is bad. Okay, we're loose. We've got a little bit of space. Some fireballs. Managed to keep dodging. And boom. Woo! We get a red lander for our trouble, and thank God we did not just die there. Sometimes I push my luck a little too far. So now we have a chip max of 200, and here's a blue lander. That'll increase our health capacity once again. Puts us up to 11 bars. This is the entrance to Corridor 2. We are not going to go in there just yet. And we're going to go ahead and go back and buy that zipper. these guys out, trying to get to that 100,000. And that nice little extra piece of health. There's certain enemies I'll stop to fight, and certain enemies I won't. Some of them just aren't worth it. You'll take more damage trying to kill them than you will likely earn from potential drops off of them. Get the zipper, and we're going to start heading back. You see with that guy right there, just 2 hits did a nice bit of damage. And we got an energy tank. Those are the nicest pickups you can find. Let's go ahead and do some score farm. Go back. Well, yeah, let's take out the bats. Maybe we can get a power up here to increase our chip maximum. See what we get. Well, not increase our maximum, but boost us back up. 1 red chip would boost us to the full 200. Oh, luck. We can always stop by the chip bank. Just forget this. Stop by the chip bank. Plus, there's some blues we can pick up along the way. See, you see how those grab onto you, but the nice thing about those flowers is once you're strong enough, there we go. Once you're strong enough to take them out, they almost always drop an item box. Cut through corridor 12. Or actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and fly 12. I was going to save that for next video, but let's go and fly it on this one. Hop in. Corridor 12. Starting off as usual with our fish and our turrets. A little bit faster paced than the last one we did. Basically, every zone typically has 2 corridors. One of the main corridors, which is the corridors from 1 to 10, and one of the sub-corridors, as I call them, which is the corridors from 11 through 20. We will clear all corridors playing through the game. Start blasting through here, just using the regular shot. There's no need for sub-weapons. In fact, these fish monsters, I can just ram into them and they'll die. The corridor music in the aqua zones is just awesome, by the way. But let's be honest, there's not a single piece of this soundtrack that I don't like. We got our diggers again. Tumbling through. These guys come down, fly up, then swoop down at you. If you get them at too much of an angle, it can be hard to shoot them before they ram into you. So it's best to kind of either catch them on the way down or stay in the center. Fish. And them breaking up there means we have reached the boss of Corridor 12. Let's see here. So we got the red version of the fish. We are going to head and pull out our side shot like we did with the blue one. We're going to basically follow the same strategy. It's a little more challenging on this one. As you can see, let's go ahead and do this instead. Pull out the fireballs. As you can see from this one, the single shot, that blue orb shot, cannot penetrate straight through the shrimps that it shoots, but the fireball chews them up in good pace. So that clears out Corridor 12. And let's see what we get for a power-up. For clearing Corridor 12, we get the ship laser. That is the only sub-weapon that you can only use while you are in ship form. It's a pretty weak level weapon at the early levels. I will use it occasionally. I don't know if I'll use it this playthrough. Stupid flowers. And let's go ahead, and before we wrap this video up, we will head back to Corridor 11, which is where we will start off the next video. Cut through the save room. Go ahead and get this traveling out of the way. Back through the core. You know, I've thought about multiple times just trying to make a book out of this game. And I've gotten started on it a little bit, once or twice. Never anywhere really far. But I've always liked to imagine that opening area being like a bazaar of sorts where, you know, all the different types of zones are home to a different alien species, and that central area is like a bazaar that they all come together to trade goods and things like that. I've always, you know, thought that was a neat idea. At least that's how I was going to tell it in my story. Maybe I'll get back to that someday. Let's go ahead and travel just a little further, and we will reach Corridor 11. And here we are. So now that we are here, I am going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I want to thank everybody for taking the time to watch again tonight. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please feel free to like and comment on the video and subscribe to my channel. We are going to continue going through the game and play all the way through. And within the next day or so, you should see the first episode of my series, Classic Gaming for the Modern Gamer, which is going to cover this game. Thanks for watching.